Hi guys, my name is Lily Craw and I am your peer mentor for your sophomore inquiry, Understanding Communities this term at PSU. I'm going to introduce myself a little bit before we get started on a mini tour of our course's D2L page. Here is a cartoon picture of me because outside of PSU, that's what I do. I am a comics artist and I write and draw and publish comics. When I'm at PSU, I'm currently earning a Master's of Education, and at the end of this year, I'll be licensed to teach special education classes and English classes at middle schools and high schools in Oregon, and I'm currently student teaching at a large high school in Portland. Get rid of that. So on to our little tour. So a lot of you might have never taken a SINQ class at Portland State. You maybe transferred in as sophomores, and this might be your first time using a D2L course page. Others in this class are seasoned PSU students. You took SINQ here. Maybe you've taken some other classes that have used D2L. I still think it's a good idea to just get a little tour of how we're going to be using the D2L page this term. So let's get started on that. Every week you're going to want to check this little news section over here. I'll be using it, Professor Cerbula will be using it, anything we just want you to kind of keep an eye on for the upcoming week. This week I told you that I'd be sending you emails, and that brings up an important point. Please make sure you're checking your PDX Gmail account at least a couple times a week, because I know I'll be sending you emails there. I don't often check the D2L mail, which is over here. You can send me a message, but it'll probably take a longer time to get a response from me. So please make sure you're doing that. We're already on course home. Let's go to course content. So Professor Cerbulo conveniently split this term up into 5 learning modules, and each learning module is 2 weeks in length. So the first one was an introduction to community. That's the one you were working on last week, and you'll be working on this week. Every week you'll have a welcome. For each new module you'll have a welcome or an introduction. So let's click on introduction. So here's where Professor Cerbulo put an overview, some due dates of what's going to be coming up. She's going to have the due date. She's also going to have where it's due. So your community study topic is due in the Dropbox. We'll check that out in just a little bit. She lists out what materials you're going to need, and these are links that will take you to different resources. So if we clicked on this, you can see that downloaded for me. If we click on this, it's taking a little while to download on my computer. Oh, there we go. So that's something that you're going to be reading for this week. So all of those are clickable live links. She's going to tell you what discussions you're going to be doing, and we'll take a look at where the discussion forum is in just a second. What your discussion prompts are, Dropbox assignments. This goes into more detail than this overview that was up here. And last but not least, links to mentor activities. So that's really important. You're going to have, in addition to Professor Cerbulo's discussion and Dropbox assignments for the week, each week you're going to have a mentor assignment. So let's click on that. And these mentor assignments should be taking you no more than 30 minutes at most each week. So an hour total for the 2-week modules that you'll be doing. These are just activities that are meant to help you get the most out of the course. Sometimes there'll be little writing activities to prep you for a paper that you might have due. Sometimes there'll be digital scavenger hunts to connect you with resources that are available to you on the PSU campus. So you can see the first thing that it was recommended that you do by this coming Monday. You're not technically getting a grade for it. You're only going to be getting a grade for the second part, but you should have gotten an email from me at your PDX Gmail account where you got connected to your course buddy. You're going to connect with that course buddy. Then by Monday, October 10th, you're going to be going to the discussion boards, which we'll talk about in a second. And I'll show you where those are in just a sec. And you're going to introduce your course buddy, tell us a little bit like what's their major, where are they from, what's an interesting fact about them. Talk about how did you get in touch with each other, what kind of academic strengths did you notice you had in common, and how are you going to support each other in the coming term? Are you going to text each other and keep each other accountable for assignment due dates? Are you going to peer edit each other's papers? And then you're going to respond to 2 of your classmates' discussion posts. So that was the course content tab. Activities, you are going to be looking mainly at discussions and Dropbox. That's mainly what you're going to be using in this course. There's a lot of other stuff under activities, but for right now, just worry about these 2. So discussions, here you go. Here is an introduction to the community's discussion. You can see 10 of you already responded. And here are the mentor-led discussions for this week. So I'm going to change to student view, so you'll get the view that will look just like you'll be seeing it. Mine's a little bit different since I can add and drop things from this course, just like Professor Cerbulo. So mentor-led discussions, if you wanted to make a post, you will just come here and start a new thread. You can see one awesome student already has done that. Thank you. The other thing you're going to look at under the Activities tab is Dropbox. Anytime you have something that's due for Dropbox, Community Studies topic is the first one. You'll click on that. Professor Cerbulo gave you lots of great instructions here. And then there's a Submit tab. I think my screen cuts it off for you on the screencast, but there's a Submit button you can see peeking out. Over here, you'll add your file, usually a PDF, maybe a Word document. That's where you'll access that. You can look at your grades. There's a grade book for the class. And nobody's turned anything in for a grade yet, but when you do that, Professor Cerbulo will be giving you points for all your discussion posts, for your field notes. I'll be doing the grading only for the mentor activities, and that's where this will show up. So I hope that tour helped you get a little bit of an idea of how we'll be using D2L this term. Never hesitate to get in touch with me by email. My Gmail address is lcraw@pdx.edu, and I look forward to working with you all this term and getting to know all of you. Have a great rest of your day.